A warm welcome to AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital territory. I am Gracious Ogun. The World Health Organization on Wednesday lifted a suspension of the clinical trial of HYDROXYCHLOROQUINE and says it will resume trials of the drug. Director General of the organization, Ondo Guber, who announced the resumption of trials, said its experts have reviewed their data and advised the continuation of all clinical trials. He added that the Data Safety and Monitoring Committee will continue to monitor the safety of all drugs being tested in the trials. Recall that the World Health Organization on May 25th suspended trials of HYDROXYCHLOROQUINE over safety concerns. While some European countries immediately adopted the stance, Nigeria and Senegal chose to continue use of HYDROXYCHLOROQUINE because they have proven data of its efficacy. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control on Wednesday confirmed 348 new cases of COVID-19, taking the national total of confirmed cases to 11,166. Nigeria has so far recorded 315 deaths and 3,329 recoveries. The United States Senate on Wednesday approved legislation extending the period for small businesses to use Paycheck Protection Program loans to 24 weeks, from the current 8 weeks deadline, which is to be signed into law by President Donald Trump. The Paycheck Protection Program was created in March to support small businesses during the COVID-19 pandemic and encourage them to retain their employees. The 3 other police officers involved in the death of George Floyd, the African-American man that died in police custody hours after a white policeman, Derek Chauvin, knelt on his neck for nearly 9 minutes, have also been charged, while the prime suspect, Chauvin, has been given a total charge, delivering victory to protesters who have filled the streets protesting against police brutality and racial injustice. The 3 officers were charged for aiding and abetting, second-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter, while a second-degree murder charge was added to Chauvin's, who was initially charged with 3rd-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. The 4 officers were fired last week and, if convicted, spend up to 4 decades in jail. The killing of an autistic Palestinian man, Iyad Halik, by 2 Israeli police officers last week has prompted rare statements of condolence from both Israeli and international officials. According to an official statement from the police department, Iyad Halik was walking to his special needs school in the old city of Jerusalem when he was called by the Israeli officers to stop. The officers said they suspected Halik was carrying a weapon and began chasing him when he panicked and began to run and hid behind a drumstick just a few meters away from his school, where he was shot dead. The Israeli Police Internal Investigations Department said it has started an investigation of the incident. The Independent National Electoral Commission in Nigeria on Wednesday ruled out electronic transmission of results in the forthcoming Edo and Ondo state governorship elections, insisting the collection of permanent voters' cards for the polls and by-elections would not be allowed. National Commissioner and Chairman Electoral Operations and Logistics Committee, Professor Okechukwu Ibanu, disclosed this at the Commission's virtual meeting with the media, saying that the Electoral Act was clear on the mode of transmission of election results. He noted that doing otherwise could amount to going against the rules, adding the talks are ongoing with the National Assembly to review the Electoral Act. The Nigerian Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, on Wednesday said the Federal Executive Council has approved the sum of 1.6 billion naira, equivalent to $4.1 million as consultancy fee for the design and pre-contact services for the construction of a second runway at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, Nigeria. The minister said a lot of work had been done in the procurement of consultancy services, and the second runway could be concluded before the end of the current administration. The United States Department of Transportation on Wednesday suspended Chinese airlines from operating passengers' flights to and from the United States, effective from 16 June. The department said the decision was taken as retaliation for the failure from the Chinese authorities to permit United States air carriers to operate routes previously flown. The department also said it will continue to engage its Chinese counterpart so both countries' carriers can fully exercise their bilateral rights. The House of Representatives of the Philippines has approved the new anti-terrorism legislation that gives President Rodrigo Duterte's administration sweeping powers, including the ability to carry out arrests without warrants and to hold suspects without charge for a longer period. The bill, which cleared Senate in February, saw Duterte's congregational allies voting overwhelmingly on Wednesday to approve the bill in third reading, clearing the path for the president to sign the legislation into law. A total of 173 legislators voted in the affirmative, with 31 members opposing and 29 abstaining. We'll take a short break now. We'll be right back.
I am a refugee from Rwanda living in Kenya, but I'm also a nurse working on the front line during this COVID-19.
I'm a refugee from Iran living in Sydney, Australia. I'm also a civil engineer running online series of live conversation with doctors for the community.
I'm a refugee in Ghana, but I'm also a nursing student. I help my community to stay safe by sharing useful information on COVID-19.
I'm a South Sudanese refugee living in Nairobi, but I'm also a communication officer giving timely and verified information on COVID-19 to my community.
I'm a refugee from Burundi living in Rwanda. I'm also a refugee college guidance counselor providing support to refugee students during this pandemic. I do it for you.
I do it for you.
I do this for you.
I do it for you.
I do this for you.
I do it for you.
You're welcome back. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Updates. The Republican National Committee unveiled plans on Wednesday to proceed with certain convention activities in Charlotte, North Carolina, even though President Donald Trump will deliver his nomination acceptance speech somewhere else. The move came in response to growing concerns from North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper that the full capacity convention Trump had requested is very unlikely to happen in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. Cooper wants the GOP to continue discussing a scaled-back convention, while Republicans are seeking assurance that more than 10 people will be allowed in a room, as the executive order limits indoor gatherings to 10 people, and the governor believes it's not time yet to enter into Phase 3 of reopening the state. And in sports, in a bid to safeguard the health of both players and their loved ones, Rugby Africa has cancelled all its competitions for 2020. According to reports, the 2020 season of the game has been due to start on the 30th of May, but the organizers took a decision to prioritize players' health over the continental competition. The sports body in a statement mentioned bans on travel, increased travel costs, and many others as some factors that are contributing to the cancellation of matches. That's it on AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at AD4TV Radio, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Gracious Ogun.